Yeah. 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 Time to flex. I'm at the chops, playing my golden play. Market maker snipe, stop me out today. Sweating bullets, but I'm back with a grin. More files won't hunt me, I'm cashing that win. From the couch to the throne, I'm dodging their tricks. Turn the loss to a lab, now I'm stacking them bricks. Stop, hunt, survivor. I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves, living a dream. Plans on lock, I'm rising above. Stop, hunt, survivor. Showing my love. Set the entry tight, they pulled the rug quick. Lost my shirt, but my swag is still thick. Drove past the bank, flipped them the bird. More falls can't touch me, I've learned every word. Late night grind, now I'm flexing the glow. Turn the trap to a trap, watch my money flow. Stop, hunt, survivor. I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves, living the dream. Plans on lock, I'm rising above. Stop, hunt, survivor. Showing my love. Since stabs hit, I'm dancing on their grave. Drum roll loud, I'm the king they can't save. More falls tremble, my plans too tight. Swagger so fresh, I'm owning the night. Stop, hunt, survivor. I'm breaking their scheme. Fuck you moves, living the dream. Plans on lock, I'm rising above. Stop, hunt, survivor. Showing my love. Survive.
Just need a little cowbell.
Shadows fall, they creep, they crawl. Underneath the crimson wall, the moon is bleeding, the sky is torn, a world reborn, reborn, reborn. Blood moon rising, rising high, underneath the endless sky. We're alive, we're alive, we're alive tonight. Blood moon rising, hold on tight. Cold wind bites, it cuts so deep. Whispers echo, we never sleep. Fangs that glisten, eyes that burn. The night's our kingdom, our turn, our turn.
Please not to try not to stab or poke anyone during tonight's episode. Thank you.
I was flat as a board, in the mirror stare. Dreamed of curves that turn heads, make them stop and glare. Saved up stacks for the doc, went from tiny to EE. Now I'm flaunting these twins, feeling wild and free.
Emotional rush, confidence on high. But fools judge hard, say it's all a lie. Psychological flip, I'm loving the glow. But danger lurks if they flop, oh no!
We pump it up, from small to grand size. Bags of boots, we all chase the prize. Swagger hits hard, but the haters don't quit. We pump it up, and we own that shit.
Started with panties, small bags in the game. Frustrated as hell, market's driving me insane. Accumulate slow, turn crumbs into cake. Now my wallet's busting, make the doubters quake.
Own that shit. Emotional high, pride swelling my chest. But folks call it foolish, say I'm obsessed. Psychological.
Let's go ahead and get started.
To the win, but market's a beast. 50-50 spin.
And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I should say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg, everybody. Glad to have you here. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. See if we can get this microphone sounding okay. Sounds a little muffled to me. I've been kind of noticing that. How we doing tonight, everybody? So glad to see you here. We're sitting here watching Bitcoin do what Bitcoin do. Our target got hit not just once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Got hit up there, and then it went up just a wee bit higher. Up just a little bit higher to retest that trend line area. About 111,500, and now we came down after making a higher high and made a lower low. This is on the tiny 6-minute time frame. We need to bring you out here. Oh man, just a moment here. We got a little adjustments going on here. Make sure that we'll get this thing sounding all right for you. All right, there we go. We see how that do. All right, so on the 6-minute time frame, we are finding some support over here at that purple moving average. That's a 360. That's one of the bigger guys. We've already lost our 200, so we're below. The biggest thing is we're below this trend line. We went up in that. This is what a bearish look retest starts looking like, right? Let's say some little miracle happens that wants to just shoot us right up there. That could be our lower high here. I mean, technically it is our lower high. This at 111,680 was our last high that we kind of had over in this area. We didn't quite knock that one out, and that could be putting us in for a lower low area. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. You know where we're looking. We're looking at 108.8. No, don't say it. Also looking at this 108.3 area. That's some confluence for some fib areas that we already have down there, which means, hey man, that little sucker might be a happening here. We higher high, higher low. We can play that game. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we'll get something, but we're starting to look like we're just not getting up as far as we quite need to and losing some areas. So I'd like you to remember that this is the weekly close. So we're going to take a look at that little guy, right? We're going to zoom out here. On to the weekly. Biggest thing that I'm checking out here on the weekly is this MACD. And you see how that one's into our 3rd negative week here on that histogram. Can't wait till it turns a light pink color, and that looks like we're trying to catch some traction and maybe hitting the bottom. But until we get that, well, we can just keep on going. Hell, even after we get it, it might go down a little bit, but at least we see some kind of signs. But still in the downward trend is what this indicator is telling us on the weekly. I gotta zoom out to one that we can actually see here on the weekly. Here we go. Here we go. We can see this one. This is actually my bigger time frame chart anyway. So 105,253. That is that's a Fibonacci area that we haven't quite touched yet. But on the bigger scale of things, we still have a major 236 Fibonacci right here. I need to make that one bigger. I have put this thesis out before that I do think that we might actually see that over the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever, before we start getting into around Halloween. It can be iffy all through Halloween, if y'all remember. We get some ups and downs, and sometimes it's good. But it's been known to give back its gains in October too. And usually, you know, we can see more up action in November. I don't know how it's going to play out this year, but I can see a scenario where we could be slowly testing back to 100. Not trying to be all bearish. We haven't cleared the areas to make me say fully we're going back here. 50 moving averages there. We need to break this 21 moving average, which has been acting for as support for the last couple of weeks. We're just in betwixt right now. I like that word, in betwixt. Sounds like a candy bar. But that's what we got on the weekly as far as price action and our moving averages are. The Ichimoku cloud looks still okay for us to bounce anywhere through here and carry on to a new all-time high. We're just going through a correction, but this red line is pretty significant because it comes from our major low back here, the very bottom of this cycle back at 15.5-ish, right in that area, all the way to our new all-time high, and that is our first Fibonacci area. Now, also down here is another possibility, and we could bounce off it, seriously, we could bounce off of either one of these and still be bullish. That sounds crazy for this cycle. Now, I'd say less so here because we will be starting to break some major trend lines. We don't ever want to do that. So the signs are pointing that we might be getting a bounce off of that red one again, right there at 100. Falls really nice right with that trend line there. And bouncing from there has a possibility to take us up to $200,000 area. So at this point in the game, and this has been my thesis, we are making a parabolic move here. We got 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage. This is probably our 4th stage, and will we get a 5th? With a blow off top, maybe it only goes to 179, maybe it only goes to 153. Maybe it doesn't quite get up there. Maybe that's the blow off top. I don't know, but bouncing from this 236 fib area, if we do it, it gets a really nice, big, strong move. And we've had a taste of that before. And so in the bigger picture, I'm looking at that. So it's a little slow burn down over a few weeks might be what's happening. And honestly, when we take a look at Bitcoin dominance over here falling, if we can go sideways more often than just shooting straight down as this falls, that gives altcoins a little bit more of a run here. And just looking quickly at total 3, I mean, we're having a good day of altcoins today. I mean, it's not the best day, but it's better than the days where we're going down. We're actually confirming a breakout here on total 3 for our altcoins as we speak. And that's pretty gosh darn juicy. We respected this trend line, and now we're disrespecting the hell out of this one and saying, I'm not staying here. So we got to take out this guy at 1.08 and then hopefully take out this $1.11 trillion area here. Let's go take a look at you on the daily. So nice daily candle breaking above that. I like what I'm seeing here. The 9 moving average is sneaking up on that 21 moving average, and that'll be a bullish cross when that happens, and looks like it is trying to pull that little move off. So altcoins are starting to look a little frisky overall in total 3. Now I'm going to come over here to others. This is more of the smaller cap a little bit more of the smaller market caps. So a little bit more finessed in there with altcoins, and she's looking good too. A little bit more sell pressure over here than the total 3 market cap. So this includes the top 10 altcoins. So we're still seeing a lot of that strength on the top 10, right? One thing we can do is take a look at that. This is total 3. This includes the top 10, right? This against Bitcoin, and we're starting to gain against Bitcoin here too. I kind of like these little signs that we're seeing here. So while Bitcoin is struggling, that does give altcoins time to gain in value against Bitcoin, slowly but surely making their ways up there. It's also give them a little chance to gain against the dollar. Go back to others right over here. But a lot of them are still kind of struggling. They still got a lot of sell pressure. I guess some people are just tired of being in bags and maybe they're selling off a little early. I can understand that. But I do see that we can come up to the top of this channel, about $333 billion. About another $33 billion coming into our altcoin bag. Sounds pretty good. As long as this little orange trend line I've got here holds, I think we got a chance for that to happen. I want to come down on the 4 hour and look at this little guy and see what our moving averages look like. It looks pretty sweet, We could even get a bullish cross, a golden cross, once this 50 moving average crosses over that 200, which should probably happen sooner than not at the trajectory that we got going on right now. That's kind of cool. So we can see our altcoins starting to come up to take out this high here. This is others again. It's going to be a nice night for altcoins and into tomorrow for some of them. Some of them will not follow along with this as well, but hey man, my plan is to get paid when I can get paid. A nice breakout and retest of that. Guys, how are you doing tonight? Let's come over and say hello to everybody. Let's pull you down here, make sure we got you set on live chat right there. We got Mellis Williams in the chat tonight. Congratulations. You're #1 tonight. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. All right. We also got Duality C is in the house. Shout out to you guys. Ryan K. Shout out to Soul. There's Ave Medina. Thank you so much for what you do. I do appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. MG Motorsports, Bullish on Parade, Chemical Black. I've got it written right here, my man. My person, Booty Marshmallow, and I think I've said hello to everybody here. If I missed you, I'm apologize. I see squirrels. Sos is alive on the other side of the galaxy. Strega says my time is going flat. Yeah, time is looking kind of. I'll take a look at that one. It's going to take a lot, not for me not to want to find a faster horse once she gets back in the 20s. So says it seems like it was a good weekend. Well, altcoins are starting to look pretty decent. Bitcoin just going sideways in that little range that we've been in for a while. Dropping a little bit lower each time, it seems. Not making a higher high there. That's a little concerning. This chart over here, I just got all kinds of stuff drawn over here. The things we do on these smaller time frames. So I'm going to get rid of some of these lines on this particular chart. I don't even think I'll need any of these over here. And let me get that guy off of there. So when I go bodies to bodies, it's kind of like we gave that one up there. Not too crazy about that. I see on the 4 hour, we're finding some support here on the 9 moving average. Now, as long as we're above the 9, I'm not going to talk bad about it. I guess now we'll have to take this down to these wicks here. And that nips this candle body, so that makes this still a solid trend line. So we'll try to play this as some support here. I'm just watching this shape to see what it's doing overall, and let me check this for any kind of harmonic stuff. We got a 618. And a 0.3. Now you could be very interesting, my friend. We'll wait and see, but there's still another argument to be made about 1085 though. Even if we're not seeing it yet. I'm still coming up with that area. It's just being a possibility. We want to make sure we break a trend line and do all that stuff. I'm not seeing any of that. We're not below 9 moving average, so I'm not calling this price yet. I'm just looking preemptively at the retracements and fibs that we got, and that one's on the table. That one's definitely on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start getting into some altcoins right now. Thanks for hanging out, 18 people. Thank you for being here, and thank you for
those of you that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
So all you gotta do is just knock. Just knock. All right. Let me take a look at, I'm going to take a look at some that are kind of trending. One I've not even heard of before. I saw it on Tokenmetrics, OVPP. I don't know what that is. Open VPP. It's on MEXC. It's on Uniswap. So not. It must be really new. This is the 4-hour chart, so it looks like a brand new project that's out. That can be a little scary. So it lost the main trend that it had there and looking for a retest, right? So she's at the 236. I would chill on this one. I would see what it does around here. A little too early. It's a little too early. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. This is you on, well, sure, let's go with Binance. Why not? Ethereum losing trend lines over here, baby. Let's get rid of that curve thing. It's like I cursed it. Strong moving averages are good. Losing the trend line, not as good. It's got a secondary trend line that I think we might be touching soon. Right up in this area, so yeah, I am starting to see about that 41 and a half $100 area. I'm not locking the trend lines. I want to go from bodies. This is something about going to the bodies. It's a nice little falling wedgie, or could it be trying to make a big double top? Oh my gosh, you gotta get your popcorn out for this one, but so far she's not made any lower lows from this angle anyway. Where did you go from? Oh, that looks halfway normal. So far, so it might be, if you're looking at triangles, one of those little dudes right there, 53% chance that it can break up. And I would count this as price bouncing and going up into the pattern when it forms. So should be a continuation if you look at it from that way. As long as we don't break this trend line right here.
Baller alert.
Well, I think we got
Make
some
it rain.
possibilities right here. Let me come back over to the chat here. Gladiator Marshmallow, Road Dog, you are opposite of a gatekeeper. She shows us things we need to learn. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Gladiator Marshmallow. I just try to share what I see and what I would have found helpful when I was trying to learn all this. That's just my only goal there. And thank you for your support. 100% crowdfunded. And good ass coffee. All right, let's get over here to this was Ethereum that we just looked at, right? We got some bullish divergence trying to go on there. Lost your 4-hour 200 moving average there. Got the 50 down here. Let's see what she can do. She can pull a bounce off of this red line area here one more time. It's getting a little iffy, but it could be a fun pattern. The upside to it, if we catch that bounce, could get one more up to 5,000, maybe higher than 5,000. Or she could just be losing at the first signs. Elliot, let's get Elliot's attention over here. Elliot thinks she is making an A, B, C. It'd be coming down a little bit more. In that case, it might be on a weird ass trajectory to finally get here. I don't know. We just got to wait and see. There's some good things going on over here too. See what happens here on the Ethereum. I'm not sold on making a negative call on it just yet. Oh snap! What says I'm gonna change that?
Baller alert. Make it rain.
Ryan Gay, my man, thank you for the super chat. Asking for Crow, NKN, and Sweet. Well, let's go take a look at them right now. So CRO, Kronos. What's Katana? New exchange? I don't think I've heard of that one. I typed in CRI. All right, so let's take a look at where do we want to go? KuCoin should be good. I probably charged it there. So yeah, I think we're still waiting for this little area here to touch to see what happens over there. Let me get a different chart. One I hadn't messed up to. Yeah, here's the nice one. It's kind of clean. So we're back below that. Couldn't break out of that and hold it. Which honestly puts us in danger of coming back down. I'm not going to say to the bottom. He could, but probably won't. We'll probably find a nice little support area somewhere back around 18, 19 cents, to be honest with you. There's a support coming right here. That's right at our 618 fib. So what we might see here losing that is some kind of M-shaped top. Let's see what we got. What did you come back to so far here? See if she's trying to set up for anything that I recognize just yet. 0.5, okay, 0.5. So we gotta see it now. She makes a lower high here, then we'll have an M shape, and depending on where she wants to make her lower high, it might give us some information as to a juicy place to look to pull her back to. And basically, I still get right around here at this area, about that 19 cent, whichever way that I'm looking at it. So if I had to make a little forecast, I would say that we're probably going to end up testing that 50 moving average down there. Now I'm going to come to the 4 hour and see what she's talking about over here. Lord Dog, you don't know nothing. Well, I hope it holds. A lot of people might see it trying to make a double bottom here. I mean, they can look that way and it looks real nice. And some people might say, but she's rounding over here, and she might be. So the 0.5 fib, maybe that'll hold. If I take it up to here, we could kind of squeeze our eyes and convince ourselves. Well, it's bouncing off of 618. She is below the 9 to 21 to 50 moving average. So honestly, what I'm seeing that this is likely possible for this one. Well, I don't know. Let's do this idea. We didn't expand that. We didn't exhaust this, but that's still a lower move. That's not quite here though. If anything, it looks like she will at least come down and touch this trend line. Now going by the fibs, I was looking for that one. Do we have any other ideas here? We're at the 0.5. So right in this area,
Valor alert, make it rain.
Right in this area, I'd be looking for some resistance. That, and of course, we got the trend line right here too. And I'm curious to see what it does if it sets us up for an M pattern. If we get a lower high in there, let's see that. But that's at 32 cents. But it would be nice. It would be nice to see this pattern continue. It's got a nice shape, but she needs to pull back, and then we can start coming back. That would be a nice play too. Right now, we got a lot of moving averages down here, and they're hanging around the 12-cent area. Now that's good that they're crossing everything, but the more moving averages, the more bigger ones are down here. It means if it needs to take a break, then we could be coming back to these areas. So just keep our eye on this one. She's had quite the run up. She needs to reaccumulate for a little bit, and even the people just looking for the recent levels that we had testing this area right here, that's at 17 cents. I've got the 19. Could come into play. The 19 more lines up with the middle of this area over here. Let's take a look at NKN. This is new kind of network, if I remember correctly. Still down in our juicy little accumulation zone, and this one's been down here for a minute. Some of them do that. So got a breakout from a possible falling wedge or falling channel, and it was kind of a steep one. Steep ones have a reputation for not doing as well, and this one definitely didn't. Man, it had volume behind it right there on that breakout. Now that looked enticing right there, and then all of a sudden it all petered out. That's not the norm to see happen here. So we pulled our fib from swing high and swing low, and that's where we got this red line, and technically below there is just a juicy place to accumulate, and I believe we probably got a few other red lines, or we will have. Oh, we're testing one right now. I want to move one of these little guys right up there. So it's testing that juicy little area right now for some support. It'd be cool if it can stay above here to 0.2.6. And that looks like a good reason. There might be a good entry right here. So I like things like this, and I would look for certain things to get an entry. If I saw this like where I'm seeing it now on the 12-hour, I'd be down somewhere to 15 or something, looking like it's done something or set up. Does it look like it's trying to do something? I'd check the 4-hour too, see how these moving averages are looking. And, okay, so it looks like it can be shaky up through here, but this looks like a good entry idea. I like getting off the bottom of the trend line so I can have a tight risk to reward. It does have work to do over here at 0.027, just fractions of a penny up. Some people want to do the breakout, so they'll wait till we get past either. Where we break out over here. That's traditional for trend lines and most patterns for the breakout. And some people want to wait till we clear a level or any combination of those, just to make sure that we're starting to confirm a trend. But I like these areas, and when I draw that and I say, oh, that's my third touch area. Okay. So I do kind of like what I see, but they still got to fight through some of this stuff to get that 3 cent area, right? But getting up there, ooh, 24% gains, not bad. That's on the 1-hour chart that I'm looking at. So it might take some patience on this play, but eventually we'll need to be coming up to 6 cent area. Retest all this stuff over here, 7 cent area. That'll be kind of nice. Let's go take a look at SWE. And SWE, are you looking about the same? That's a nice we're on 6 hour. Let's go to the daily. And I got too many lines and prices over here. We're already above that one. Looks like I got lazy and didn't color code them. Happens sometimes. This is bearish for that to happen, but it's bullish that we're above that, so it's a little mixed mash. That's actually good that this is going up and to the right. This yellow 1-200 just needs to follow it, and I'm sure it probably will. Try to. Actually, it looks pretty decent. Looks like you got a nice. Let me clear you out. Let's clear this stuff out. And all this small time frame stuff here. We're on the daily. Why'd you give me a 786 there and that? Are you and a 618? Well, off the bat, we're going to keep our A, B equals CDs in mind because they're yummy when they play out. I like them. They're fun. And that is also the beginning of a lot of your harmonic moves there. So we got those targets lined out. Basically, that means if we're in a channel, well, it just opens up the path that we can get up there. Boom! Might take it a minute. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Oh, and we got so short-term targets from here, I'll be looking, that's only 8%, but 362, 394 would be the short-term targets I'd be looking at for this little guy for right now. And I like 462, and I especially like 505. So we should start bouncing from this area. It's like we could come all the way back down to touch this guy, but we hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully we're sticking with this little curve that's starting to go on right there. Hopefully if we draw a trend line from here, it's going to respect that. Already got a breakout from this and a retest of that, and that's kind of nice. And on the bigger sense, coming up toward the top of this channel gets us to our bigger targets, about 637. That's going to take some patience to see that, but that's how I'd be playing this whole big setup. Try to milk as much as we can out of these expanding, broadening patterns, because they can do it, and it's fun when they start doing it. Look what they can do. It's so fun. So fun. I mean, imagine it. You take the bars pattern over here and just copy that, and let's just throw it right here and pretend like, oh man, could it happen? Even some of these things line up with the areas of resistance. As far as our indicators go here on the daily, you're just now getting this confirmation on the weekly. MACD's ready to party. Hopefully it'll do a little bit more than it did here. It's down in a nice place where it can start to do something kind of juicy and fun, especially since she's showing this trajectory here. Yeah, I think it's about time we start seeing some sweet action. See what I did there? Hello? Who's calling at this hour of the night? And let me check out the 4 hour on Zoe. How you doing over here? You're looking a little bearish on the 4 hour. What's up with you? Got a red dot going on. Looking a little bit under the weather. Got a trend line. What are you going to do? Drop like 7 pennies or something? See what she can do here. It's got some stuff to work out up to about 365. She's going to have to do a lot of fighting through here, but it looks like she's ready to do it though. Buddy Marshmallow says chain link, please. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Come here, Marshmallow. Yay! Nave says, can you look at Sweet Trump? Sweet Trump. So says death of a star life goes to Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Link. So we got Chain Link, and I'm gonna, I guess, Binance right here. That's nice. I always like to see a trend line respected there. This was a Fibonacci 382. we've already tested that area before. It's glad to see we don't have to touch it again. And see, there's a gradual stair step of price of lows back here that we've had before. I mean, I pay attention to that when we come down and make our higher low, because we're looking at the previous lows over here, and they're gradually stepping up. So we don't necessarily have to come. Hopefully we won't come back and touch that. That could set us up for an uglier pattern. And to me, the fact of us not actually touching that's kind of bullish at the moment. Hopefully it'll stick. We'll still keep you there, but I like what I see it testing that trend line, and that's a pretty solid trend line right there. So we broke out of a rising, looks like a rising wedge pattern. That's pretty bullish. If this area holds anyway. If it doesn't, they'll slam us down. They could get kind of mean, kind of like what they did over here. That was a mean drop from 20. What was that? $27 down to 22. But it looks like it's got the strength, like it came up and it's going to hold, so we can start testing these areas again and hopefully knock out this high and get up to around $30 is what we're hoping for. All right, so I'm going to come over. I'm going to take the. Do I need the fibs right now? I don't think I need the fibs. We'll take them off right now. I'm going to see if I can tighten up some trend lines here and see what we can figure out. This is the original one, and if you tried to play that idea, you get close to something there, but we'll just go with this little guy. And then we'll go from the bottom there and see if that lines up with our candle bodies. And so far it does, so I think we got an angle, or one that's worth testing to see. So I look for those kind of things. If I drew a line up and it didn't match, you know, there's deviations on how this lines up. It didn't line up that good, like over here. I mean, okay, I might toy with the idea, but if I get something where it matches those angles, I like that. Where it's just, it's starting to show me, oh, this is shaping up to be a strong trend line. We just might have to get a few more touches, or I guess we can count that. That'd be 3. That's valid. And from there, I like to look for the channel idea that we were probably in, because price travels in channels. And that just opens up all this space up here. So $30 starts to become a little bit more sexy to talk about. So I like that. Now if I'm checking out my fibs and everything and just checking out levels, see we got a nice double bottom pattern here that we confirm. Well, that's cool. Looks like we're close to the measure move of it, or it's like we hit the measure move of it. Now it can retest that area at $20, but so far we're not seeing that yet, so that's good. I like that. I like this trend line catching. We want to keep that idea. I'm just going to erase that for right now. Higher highs and high lows. We're off to a really, really, really good start here. All right, so now do a few other little things here. This is a one-to-one move, and she nailed that, and she started working on something else. Okay. And I'm also gonna get Elliot. Elliot, do you have enough? I think you're trying to establish a third wave here. So third. Oh, you're already saying we gotta. Well, then that makes this a 1-2, right? And then you're going on the third. Alright, so Elliot sees this on the ABC correction, meaning also this could be a nice little bottom area right here. So again, I like this when I got a solid trend line, because you get good risk reward entries here. So even though there's a bearish cross coming, 50 crossing the 200, your risk to reward for entering the trade or a trade setup right here is one of the best, I think, along those trend lines. Is this our, yeah, that's our long. And here, for example, if you're entering here and put a It's decent stop loss, and even if you took it right below that 382, and I would, maybe below these little candles over here, 5% stop loss. And if we do get up there, that's 18% gains up to 26. That would be a 3.5 to 1 risk to reward. But if I were looking for local targets, honestly, let me pull my fibs. Oh man, you screwed that up. Park you down there and let me straighten them up over here. Pull it to the top. So the 382 area and the 618 are kind of your good target setups for buying a bottom like this. The 236, I mean, it can be a target, but it's not a very great one. We're just trying to see if she's going to get bullish and break out above it, and the one right above is going to be that $24 area. So I like $24, and I especially like $25.60 in that area. And if we take that in consideration, what is a 2.5 to 1 with that deeper stop loss here on the 4 hour? We could tighten it up a little bit and get a 2% stop loss, and then we get some nicer returns there. That's like almost a 4 to 1. So it really depends on your risk tolerance as to the gains that you can get. But you can get a 2 to 4 to 1 with some of these targets here. I like it. All right, let's take a look at Solana. Ooh, is you breaking back into our trend line? Solana. I like it. I like that a lot. I love that when you do it. Okay, we got to zoom out and kind of look at the big. We just kind of pinched a little. Well, I guess we didn't have much else to go, did we? You already did that one. And yeah, I'm not worried about that. And then this guy, we'll tighten him up now. And we'll just go ahead and take you, respect these bodies down here. I'm just going to tighten it up and see what she's telling me. Get to read these things. And she's not touching it again here. She didn't touch it in there and made a higher low without touching it there. So we're still continuing that little curve up. It's slight, but she's still, you gave up a little bit more than you needed to here, but we're back on the program, looks like. Now we can take a trend line here, lay it right across there, and hadn't quite got a breakout, but she's hinting that she's going to come back up and test the 220 area. Breaking above there, my next target's going to be around that 254, 253, 254 area right there at the 786 Fibonacci, which looks like she's trying to go up to after making this little low, higher low. You did a 382, yeah. And then what'd you do? Or 618? Yeah. She's already met her measure move from that setup. Let's hope she's trying to go up higher on that rather than trying to lose those. The moving averages suggest that she is trying to, but measure move was met in an AB equals CD. All right, let's turn our indicators on. Look at that MACD 4 hour looking kind of juicy here. I want to swing up to the daily. Daily's already crossed bearish, but she's getting a light one, so she's caught something. She's caught some traction there. What else you got? Oh, here's a nice one here on the daily right here. Nice. Stochastics going up, money on the green, VWAP above the zero line, and you just printed a potential green dot that might actually hold. All right, so daily's kind of liking Solana actions. 4 hours is kind of liking it. And I want to go to the 15-minute just to see what's happening, just to be nosy. Oh, you trying to do something now? You trying to, because she already broke out from this way. From this way at 206. It's 207 now. And tighten you up a little bit. deviating from our main trend line a little. I like that. That looking strong to me. I think Solana's about to get a little frisky. All right, and how about Pyth or Pith? Here it is on Binance. Oh, nice. I like the crosses here. That's starting to shape up. Still got some work to do. These bigger ones have got some more bullish stuff to do, but the smaller ones are looking good. So still got some resistance ahead, but now we can also, yeah, we can do that and still make it a valid line. I'm going to zoom out. That's a 15-minute time frame. That's not, what's that going to do? Shoot, I'm just going to stick to my guns. Stick to my guns. And we'll go with that idea. All right, Fibonacci wise, what are you doing here, baby? What are you doing to me? Ooh, did you go? You went deep. But you didn't do that. That looks a little sloppy for harmonics, but swing hard to swing low. It's our 236 area that we tested right there. Next little sweet spot I'd be looking for short-term plays on this one will be this little guy right here. I want to see what she does at 19.9 cents, but I'm basically looking for 18.7 cents and 21. I don't know that I need to look at a target up there just yet on this one. I like what I'm seeing on the 4 hour. They're starting to flip. That's cool. You already went up to, you already got one of them. And that, okay, that makes sense why you would do that then. She came right back down and retested this area right over here, just a little bit below it. So confirming a type of double bottom right there. That's kind of cool. All right, well, and then we got a bigger 236 target over here. 33 cents. That one's going to be a fun one to actually see get hit. So I'm looking at 18, 21, and possibly 24, which would basically be just retesting the high that it had previously there. And for Pith, that's quite a nice little come up, I guess. Thing's been down in the dirt like at 10 cents. 12% and 27%. Take a look at Pump. And let's do this over on, let's take a, what's the Binance one look like? Oh, snap! Look at you! It's frisky! You broke out of the channel. Why, shucks. Several different ways we can look at that. As the W pattern, that gets us a measure move over here. As a breakout, we can put it at the breakout and get a higher target right here. That's at 0.0056, 0.0059 area. She came right back down on our target area and retested it perfectly. Nice little fibby area, high area. We're looking, that's a 111. All right, so it looks great right now, right? Okay, and we got measure moves and all that, and yeah, to the upside, right? And she broke out and everything, right? Looks great, right? But there's always a but. But what she's doing right here, and I do like this channel, don't get me wrong. But the fact that she's up here at these areas, now if she gets above the 618, the 1618, let's let her run and see what she can do. Bless your little heart, go for it, baby. See if you can get back up here to these areas. And that's where our measure move is coming out. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That 2.236. What is that? 0.00? That's the 59. But we also got a chance to be trying to. She could go up just a wee bit higher. Well, not too much higher. She might be double topping here. It's a possibility. And if she did, she'd be, getting a decent little pullback. More than likely around this area, if I have to guess where our fibs are going to take us, and be retesting this, and that would be normal. Just that idea by itself, without any freaking fibs, that can. Oh man. What did we do? Oh, we went to the smallest time frame. How did that happen? So we could see something like that. So we just gotta be cautious. Biggest thing I'd be looking at trend lines, and we got a nice little one to go here. So if we start breaking this trend line, chances are that we might be coming back for a retest of these areas. If not, then we might be trying to head up to these areas, and I'm all for that too. She's looking kind of strong, I gotta say, man. So this is an area where she shouldn't really be going over, but if she does, then we want to be supportive and give her that little push and encouragement. I'm not seeing a harmonic structure here that would take us down like to these lower areas, so I'm just seeing it holding a trend line, and if anything, a double top, then that would take us here, or just keep on going. This is pump. Okay, cool. Take a look at Nobody. This is Nobody Sausage. Mexi's gotcha. It's having a nice day today, retesting this high that it had. Could be double topping since it hadn't got above it yet, or it can just keep on going. She did the old duck lips over here, so instead of the 9 crossing the 21, it just kind of slid right off the top of it, and it looks like duck lips, or turkey lips, as some people say. I see some curvature going on here. It's just me, or is it what it's doing? Look, that's what she's doing. I don't trust those curved lines, so I always stick to this method and track it this way. Gives me a line in the sand in case she breaks that trend line. I know, oh, we got to do something, change my thesis, but until then, that's nice. Let's see if we can figure out. Oh, we already did. We've already got you, baby. We got a target at 12.2 cents and 13.3 cents for this one. She's going to continue on up there. Well, I don't see why you wouldn't wants to. Oh, I guess we got to mark you. There we go. There's a AB equals CD target right there. Guess we can move you up right there. That's a 10.8 cents area, 10.7 cent area. Let's keep our eyes on that one. From where we are now up to there would be, that's another 16% up to our next target, 12.2 cents, 31. So Nobody Sausage, I'm not in it, but for some reason it looks very interesting, possibly strong. We can just get past this little high right here. I'm going to take a look at Tau, bit tensor. So she's starting to bounce off this area, 306, coming down, making some nice little bottom patterns over here. Several different ways to look at it, channels, inverted head and shoulders. I personally kind of like this guy right there, breaking that trend line right there. That was our breakout. Still got this big trend line that's going to give us some hesitation the closer that we come to it. Let's see, what did you give me? A 618. And what did you give me here? Okay, 786. Did you 886 me? All right, so we're looking at 370 short term for Tau. Going to be looking at 419. As we start to work our way up there. For our higher target, I'm actually looking for 581, believe it or not. And then also 557 right there. Sounds crazy right now. But the fibs over here just have this little harmonica that likes to play every once in a while. Have we got an argument? Yes, we do. Look at that little guy right there. Broke out. Crappy retest, but regained it and now came back down. Hopefully it'll be like a little bump and run type situation. High or low here from that one. Got our work cut out at 374 area, 368 area, 420 area right there. I knew that was coming. And then 5, I like the 557 area. Did we look at pink? We looked at, what was it? Pump.fun. And then this is Pingu. Pingalulu. Nice. Moving averages there. I mean, it sucks that you're below them, but overall, that's good, some good momentum. Leveling off here, 0.5 Fibonacci. Nice, nice, nice. Got a measure move over here at 0.06 cents. 0.066 area. Looking forward to get past 4.5 cents. We'll be testing this area up here for a higher high. From where we are right now to those areas, 52% gains to retest this higher high area. About 118% gains to get up to that 6.6 cent area. Uniswap, take a look at you real quick. What are you doing, rounding out down here? Did you give us something? Did you 886 us out on this local fib here? It looks like you did. I like that. That's cool. We'll note that, little guy. Thank you very much. What do you tell me on the bigger picture as far as your fibs are going here? Probably need to take them off. And right there you went 382 on me. That's kind of interesting. We continue this downward trajectory. I hope we do not, but these are the targets I'm looking for. Most notably, going to be this one, 775. Just got to confirm this M top that we're doing and all that kind of craziness, but that little guy could be slowly coming into the picture. Let's see. Technically, she's made higher high and higher low, and she is at a 0.5 fib. If it will continue up from here, that's cool and everything. I just you're basically getting a little local 113, and that's cool. Maybe she's just going up. Is that like similar to the 3 drives? And that's about 1281. Just a little short of our 1340 target. Pull our fib from there, and you should. So that kind of. Well, did I not get you on there? Taunting up our game there just a wee bit. About 1278. If we can bounce off of here, I'd look for that target. Some people be looking at 1133 for a shorter term, like a lower. If it does a lower high, you'd want to look at your 786 pull from there. And it could be, but I think, given this pattern, I think I would be cool if we came down here and got up there, or if we just bounced from here to get up there. WLD world token, right? Look at that. We were looking at it last night and talking about it recently, and I know it sucked that it got under here, and Look what she broke back in. I was looking for maybe 105 and have to see what it does, if it's going to roll over or if it's going to try to pull something off like this. And that's a hellacious trend line to break above, but she's doing it. So therefore, we're starting to look at this 142 cent target over here. She made a higher low. She need to go knock out that higher high there. So congratulations anybody that did get in on this. We're looking, I think, and we're looking at some of the moving averages, and they were looking kind of interesting. A little risky, but there was an entry there. From where she broke out to where she is now, that's up 30%. From where she broke out to her first target, 60%. From where we are right now, for anybody FOMOing in, which I do not recommend, might be able to squeeze 22% off, but that's too risky to get in, my personal opinion. Well, depending on how you're playing it. Actually, for some people, this is still a really great place to get in. It's at 117. If you're playing a longer game and you like this one and trying to wait till it gets back up to about $3 or $4, yeah, it could be pretty cool. I forgot. I am so sorry. I was supposed to look at these two coins and I did not. This is ZBCN. My apologies for that. I saw a squirrel. This is ZBCN. Did we lose a trend line or not? That's questionable. She's iffy over here. Okay, well then you're valid. Let's get rid of that one. Let's see that you were from that idea. I'm gonna take these guys off because I can't remember. You're still pretty relevant, but I don't know that we need you. So what do we do right here? A 786. You didn't quite do it. Okay. Hopefully this trend line will hold. Alright, we're still in a decent area to get it. I like to get when we can establish a trend line like that. Like I said earlier, lower risk to reward. And targets I'll be looking at right now is right here. And right here. So that'd be a nice little take profit one right there for any entries right now, and that would be a almost 18% gains to that first target. Still looking at these bigger Fibonacci's from a bigger pool over here to see what we're going to do. We're kind of still in its jurisdiction. To me, it looks like we got our little correction. Looks like it's probably an ABC correction. Should be over. What you got, Elliot? Elliot seems to think the correction's over. Starting to make a W pattern here. At a nice bottom location. So I would look for something for us to eventually get up there. Measure move from that little guy. I'm getting sloppy. Takes us somewhere right around the 618 Fibonacci area. And I trust the fib. We just slowly work our little happy asses right back up there. From here to that guy is 33% gains. We can get back up to this guy, 0.0062. That's going to be 62% gains. So looking interesting for ZBCN. This is on the 4-hour chart.
Baller alert, make it rain.
And the other one we're supposed to look at was Cubic. I was supposed to knock this out a while back and I got sidetracked. And this is Cubic. This is on the 4-hour. I like the moving averages. Got some things to work with through here. Are you? Elliot seems to think she's in an AB equals CD, or ABC correction. That's different from an AB equals CD. Still looking at the possibility to come back here. Doesn't mean it has to, but let's see. That wasn't what I was doing. Oh, you could definitely do it, though. You could definitely do it. You gave me a 0.5, and you gave me a 1618. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't do this, but there's quite a possibility we might be coming back down to this area here. And then from there, we'll, you know, it's a nice good chance that we can come right back over this area and maybe even higher. So let's see what happens here. Now currently, you got some traction at a 618 Fibonacci at the moment. And it held that area before. Now that could also get us back over here. So let's see what happens. See what happens. But cubic. It wouldn't be horrible if it came down here and actually would complete a harmonic pattern that would give us a stronger drive, in my personal opinion, a stronger possibility to come up here or even higher. So we'll keep these ideas in the table here. This is support right down through here too, though. Smaller term time frames. She's trying. Just still a lot of stuff over here. So she could still come up, make a lower high, and then still see these areas. So let's keep an eye on this one. Let's go back and take a look over here at Bitcoin, because she seems to be doing something, a little something. Is you doing something, Bitcoin? Or oh my goodness, did you find some support there at that 360 moving average like we were hoping? You had to touch it a couple of times here, didn't you? Need to come out and knock this guy, get a higher high, and instead of playing with these lower lows. Stop playing around, Bitcoin. Stop playing around. Could look at a local pattern, which could be kind of bullish. Could just track this little guy. Why does it not seem like there's... Is it the time frame? If you look at this idea, we're breaking back into the pattern and make that a bear trap, and that's what I'd look for. I would hope we would come back up here. Can we get up to this target? I really want to see what we do here to 111.8. That's kind of a make it or break it point for me. Get past this move, this measured move area that we've been playing around with for pretty much all the day here. Ryan K, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, my man. Let's take a look at Doge. Oh, look at you, Doge, on the 6-minute time frame. Let me zoom out here. Let's take a look at this on the bigger time. Oh, nice. Okay, so what we were hoping for, instead of it being a bearish retest, for it to be a bear trap. Yeah, baby, that's cool. That should be some good stuff. So 25 cents should probably be coming sooner than not, right? So if it's a bear trap idea, well, let me go to a 4-hour here. Kind of tighten up these trend lines. That's how I'm reading it. Good, strong possibility. Just to me, we've already confirmed a 4-hour candle here, so it should stick. And anybody looking at this as a breakout idea, I mean, however, even if you're going to the wicks to wicks, it's a possible breakout. If you're going from wicks to bodies or whatever, you've already got a confirmed breakout. So that's cool. We like that. Nothing wrong with that. I think we've already got this little guy here. That 333 area. I don't see it there, so I'm going to put it there. It's A equals CD. Make sure she squares up. You don't square up as beautiful as I thought. And that's why, okay. We'll see about that one. We'll see about that one. I like them when they square up. If they square up, I got a better chance of that playing out. Still got the, basically this 30 cent area up here for a nice little target at the top of our range there. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. On the daily, how you looking over here on the daily? 800, 600. Just now reclaiming the 360 there. Still got to get these guys to come on board a little bit better and get above it too, but that's a good start. Good start. You got the double bottom W that we might finally get up and confirm. We had it and then we lost it. Didn't technically nullify it. Just got to get back up here. We'll reach 30 cents. That would be good. Then you got the measure move from that idea. The one-to-one move, which also takes us right up in that area, about 38 cents. So far, so good. I like what I'm seeing. I'm good. Glad to see these coins start moving. So we may start seeing memes move a little bit more now that Doge is moving. And hopefully with Doge moving, we might see a little bit more movement out of Bitcoin. But what is going on with Bitcoin dominance? She dropping on this 4 hour. That's exactly what we need to see. So if we can get it to make a lower low here after getting rejected 3 times over here, maybe this bullish breakout will come down and we can get a little lower low out of Bitcoin dominance. And hopefully, as long as Bitcoin doesn't keep coming down too, we can see altcoins do pretty good. 29 people hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate you, honey.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
MG Motorsport says pineapple. What's with the random words in here? Okay. Gargantuan suit tech. Propeller faucets. Okay. Hey, there's Kelly. How's it going, Kelly? Hey, dog. Do you think Link is in a falling wedge on the 4 hour? You can see it on the higher time frames too. It's sad I can't remember what I saw 15 minutes ago whenever we did it. Yeah, you can see it in the falling wedge. Yeah. I mean, that's valid. Listen, as long as the rule is, if you got 2 touches on one side and 3 on the other, you got a valid pattern. You got you got, even counting wicks, you got 3 or 4 touch points on this side, and you definitely got 3, 4, or 5 of them over here. So yeah, it is making a falling wedge, but it could continue. I mean, I've still got this as a target from whatever explanation I was looking for. Usually blue is a measure move. I can't remember if I got lazy or not. Gosh darn it, I hate that. But I mean, it's still possible to come down through here too. But falling wedge, yeah. And they usually break out about 75% of the way to the apex, and that's about where we are. So if it wants to do that, that would be cool. And then again, the measure move. Now, the Bukowski measure move is going all the way from the top to the very bottom wick. And then you're using 61% of that, which is basically just taking it down to our 618 and putting that at the possible breakout. And that takes us right back up here to about 26 if we were to break out right there, right? Compare that idea to if we just went straight down and, you know, just went right to where this trend line ends up at. It's close. It's close. It's close. Really close. And if you just went from just trend line to trend line, bodies to bodies, we come up a little bit short, but really close, really close. So yeah, I don't know. That would be cool if it wants to break out there. I would rather see it make a higher. I think when we were looking at it, we were hoping that it would kind of hold here because it would be higher than this guy over here. And I should have explained if I didn't about this trend line here. It doesn't mean we have to come down and touch it, but it's on the table. Depends on what we got going on with these moving averages and stuff. But let's see if we can get a breakout there. You do have So you already got on the 4 hour. Wasn't that a higher time frame? I thought I saw a buy signal here. The dailies could be getting ready to print one, but we do have money flow. It's got to start coming back in there. But everything but money flow is looking pretty juicy, and that can turn around hopefully. Where was it? Was it the 12 hour? Okay, we just had one, a green dot confirm on the 12 hour. So we can see it, but it also had money flow going in the red on there. So it's got some resistance ahead, and 4 hours shows us that we're below the 200. So let's see. Hopefully she doesn't have to come back down here and touch it one more time. RB says bonk is looking tasty. Or toasty? Tasty. Okay, yeah, she's testing, or man, I wish I should have bought more area to get out of it, huh? That 236 fib. Oh man, that wasn't what I was trying to do. That's a bigger move though there, right? Yeah, I think I would stick with that. I was going to go with the local ones, but this bigger fib move, that high to low down here, I think I'm still sticking with this target right there. 0.00029. From where we are right now to get up there, that's a good 35% gains. Still got these guys as nice possible higher high targets, because we should be doing that, right? No guarantees we'll make a higher high, but if we do, that's where I'm looking. But if we're making a higher low, got a better chance of making a higher high and seeing this big expanding pattern start hitting some of those bigger targets. SPX 6900. Man, she took a big nosedive from 225, but now she's starting to catch something, right? Hasn't knocked out this high over here, but she's made a nice little bottom pattern. Some people will see it as some triple bottom or inverted head and shoulders from there. Still in a channel idea. If I extend that out, we still haven't broken out that idea. Partial decline says, hey man, we might be working on it. Let's see, we already did that. Another one that didn't come back down to touch the trend line yet. May not have to. That looks like a deep 886 retracement from there. Cool. So current trajectory, we already got one of those little guys marked out right there. That nice, beautiful target. Also looking for this guy, 180. From there we got 201, but we'll wait and see how we react over here for those targets. But it's actually one that I'd be looking for, is that 201. But this way it gives us targets that we can, even if you're in this or got into it at 116 or something, but from 128 up to that target's about 18% and 41% up to 180. We can just get right back up there. That would be awesome. Still got this trend line. It's going to be some resistance, but the good news is we're in a channel, so yeah. Might make a lower high there and come back and then start trying to go back up again. Just have to see what's going on here. We can probably now just go ahead and pull that little guy over here and let that be our line in the sand. And we'll come back over to Bitcoin again and go back to our tiny ass 6-minute time frame. Yeah, I can't tell, are you trading? Or you're open right now, right? Yeah, okay. I'm looking at this is the Bitcoin micro futures. They just opened back up tonight. I want to see what they got. You shouldn't have had a gap or anything, but I just like to check stuff out. So Friday the 5th, and then this is the Monday candle, I guess. You already did that? All right, sweet, nice. I always like to check out their moving averages too. I just think it gives you a little extra edge in the game. It has for us, because they're a little bit more bullish over here. Look, that's a bounce off. This is the daily, a bounce off of the 100 moving average on there. So that's good. Still got some stuff to work through here, and still didn't negate going through that trend line there. But that's nice to hold the support area. And we're still below the 236 for that pull. That's interesting. And not yet touching this guy at 106 on this one. So I'm curious to see if we're going to try to bounce back up here or what. Basically, and I've done this on the other charts, and what I'm looking for is, are we going to get past your 0.5? That's going to be 116,380 on this particular chart. I got to see what happens there. If we don't, then we could definitely look at some of these much lower prices right there, and it could get nasty. But we got a chance to come over there and at least talk to it, right? And figure out. Coming back now, I'm gonna go to the chart I usually follow here on my spare time, where I trade it and everything. Oh, we didn't keep it. We didn't keep it. Oh man, that sucks. What's up with that? That's the 5 minute. Well, we had the trend line. The trend line was there. We were breaking into it. That was looking good. Now we're losing it, and that's what we got to look for. So, not a confirmed bear trap at the moment. Not a confirmed bear trap at the moment. It could have been a fake out. Yeah, you know, where they try to make this to fake out the bears, sometimes they do the double decker on the bulls and like, haha, gotcha, bitch. It really is a bearish retest. Okay, this is a bearish cross here. It's not great, and that was a bearish cross here. I just had one over there, 100. So we got some bigger moving averages under the 200, and that can pull us back down to these areas a little bit. I hope it doesn't, but it could. Let's see what we got. Small time frames. Playing with my fibs. That's a 382. I mean, I hope this is more bullish than bearish. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything over here. That should be pretty decent though. You got past your 0.5, baby. You did. Oh yeah, you did. Let's see if maybe she's still playing with us. See if she tries to get back up there one more time. If not, I would be afraid that I feared that we might be coming back down to retest these 110.7 areas or lower. I was hoping we'd be able to leave on a good night. 30 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
So it is Sunday night. Now you can't trust what they're doing, and even with these altcoins pumping, let me make it clear, I'm not chasing these, but I do have targets that I'm hoping that some of these altcoins can start running up to meet. Now things were looking good on total 3, and still are. That's right over here. Nice little breakout of a, depending on how you want to look at it, it's symmetrical over in this tip area, but it's a triangle pattern, however you want to look at it. But we got a possibility to keep seeing some goodness come out of some of these altcoins. I think until the next day, until Monday, to see how well it does. Looking over here on the daily, we're still making some pretty gosh darn good gains there. And on the hourly, not bad. So we're starting to see a little less action now. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin's just kind of basically hanging sideways so far. If it can keep that up, while Bitcoin dominance continues to go down, we can see total 3 and our altcoins start to go up a little bit more and take advantage of it and get paid. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back again tomorrow, taking a look at the market. If I see anything interesting during the daytime, I might jump on in, but if not, then I'll be back here about 10:30 tomorrow night. See you guys then. Thanks for hanging out.
Yo, chase the jugs and the jingle. Here we go. boobs at the bar, tripping over my shoes. Crypto charts got me yelling, I'm rich, lose the blues. Feel my beer ogle in the rack, face plant on the floor. But I dip thought I'd retire, now I'm broke to the core.
Oh, suit Trump, right?
Pajamas for a Lambo dream. Good bounce, boobs, jiggle, I'm lost in the steam. But the market dumps while it screams, cha-ching, gone. Fake pair to face with a boing, I'm done. Chase them jugs and jackpots, brains out the door. Pump that cash in cleavage, drooling on the floor. Stumble like a clown, laughing at my flop. Chase them jugs and jackpots, can't make it stop. Stack that dough and stare, riding hypes while ride. Cocky as a peacock, eagles my guide. Chase them jugs and jackpots, falling in a heap.
I don't know that this is by dollars.
What a hilarious leap! Hustling trades with a pizza box, genius on the couch, boob gazing at the gym. Slipped into a slouch, good score, flipped a Doge coin for a steak feast. Good peak, caught a glimpse, tripped over a beast. Bad crash, market tanks. I'm
the same
eating
one?
ramen tears, bad stare. Bouncer boots me out, deaf to my cheers.
100
Think I'm a wizard, bragging about
1668.
trip over my ego, let it air. Chase them jugs and jackpots, brains out the door. Pump that cash and cleavage, drooling on the
I think it's the same one, right?
stumble like a clown.
All right.
Laughing at my flop. Chase them jugs and jackpots, can't make it stop. Stack that dough and stare, riding hypes while ride. Cocky as a peacock, eagles my guide. Chase them jugs and jackpots, falling in a heap. Risky laughs erupt, what a hilarious leap. Market burps, coins vanish with a ding. Boobs sag, hear that boing spring. Delusions my dance, risks my jest. Rolling with the giggles, a comical quack.
I'll post this one over in the trade setup.
Chase them jugs and jackpots, brains out the door. Check the charts, toggle the rack. Viral hoots were
She need to chill out, baby. This one needs to chill out.
crypto haters take a smack.
All right, so she's touched a 3618. She may even go back up there and touch it. That would be kind of a risky play. This is good profit taking area.
Markets up, I'm hyped, chasing that
That's a
green
good
glow.
run
Gotta
right
stay
there.
high, bouncing like a wild show, like a roller to the dip. Heart skips
Shoot,
the beat,
that's
boost, jiggle past. Can't stay in my seat.
over 300% just from right down here in this area.
Good bounce, how to sway. I'm a lovesick beast, but a crash hits hard. While it takes a dive, fake rack flops with a boing. I'm
So
betting
this
it
is the
live.
area that we broke out of. There's a good chance we might even come all the way back down there. For real, bro.
Two curves and market sounds. Stagger like a fool. Laughing at the
So we got the big impulse move from all the way from the bottom to that very top. General rule is to always look for that 0.5 there. And that could be 37% down there. So I would look for these guys. Oh, snap. That big of a move, it needs to consolidate. And I really, I don't, as far as getting back in, let me turn the music down. All right, so as far as trying to get an entry, I mean, this is pure, pretty much profit area. I mean, take profit. A move like that, normally what you'll see is it needs to come down and consolidate, and it can come down deep, and it can come all the way back down to these areas. So you could try to catch a knife as it falls down, like try to play each one of these levels, see if it'll bounce. It might get a little something, but most likely we're trying to make some kind of top pattern to come back down here. And I got a feeling it's going to be a little harmonic pattern. So she's already lost the 9. The 21 moving average will be the next one we look for here on the daily, and that's down to 382. So that would be one idea right there. But man, I wouldn't put this out. I wouldn't put this out of the question over here. Let's see. This is Sweet Trump. Let me and on the 4 hour, see what we got going on. Yeah, I can still see this one right here. All right, we'll copy this and put it over there. I just put it. Needs to rest. Needs to rest.
Waves of midnight belief, promises turning into grief. Digital whisper says hold tight, but
Cool. Yeah. It looks. Might not her take a little bit more out before she gets too far down there. She just made her lower low, so just saying.
I'm so tired of waiting. Everyone is confused.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you on the one tomorrow night.
I dream, but nothing is as
Good night, John Boy.